Hello, everyone. I am Jekalyn Carr, and you are watching Gospel Goodies TV.
Gospel goodies.
Gospel goodies. Gospel goodies.
This is Gospel Goodies.
Before we get deep into this interview, I first want to say your voice is so anointing. I definitely can't ever listen without getting chills. And I remember specifically working in Philly radio when you first released music nationally. And there was an event. I don't remember what the event was, but it was a church in Philadelphia. Lonnie Hunter, he was hosting the event. I was working in promotions, and I just remember everything and everybody stopped in the back when you started singing because we were so fixed on you as a young girl at that time. So can you describe the moment when like you and your family recognized that this was it, and that you had it and that this was your path?
Well, first, thank you so much for that. Ever since I was 5 years old, I always knew that this was my passion. This is what I wanted to do. I couldn't escape singing, ministering. I was that little girl who would sing on the back porch to the grass. I would create a choir with my cousins. Like, this was just what I loved to do. And I remember the main event that happened that my parents recognized my gifts was we were at choir rehearsal, but the choir was singing out of key. Mind you, I'm 5 years old, and I stopped the choir. And I'm like, y'all out of key. And then I gave them their correct keys. And so, by me being that young and being able to know music like that, it was just an eye opener. And again, I've always known that this is what I love to do. Then, of course, speaking at the age of 13, when I was singing, it was as if I was speaking anyway. So going into that, it was just like my granny would say, every round goes higher and higher. And so, but I just love giving people hope and inspiration through my music. And I know that these are words that God has given me to release through music that will help plant seeds for us to understand who we are and cause us to understand what it is that God desires to do for us and through us.
Okay. And you recorded your new album, Changing Your Story, live in Atlanta. And I was listening to the album. That's a lot to remember. So how'd you prepare for all that?
So God sent me into a special, secluded place spiritually for this album. It was unexpected. He sent me on a fast, and I didn't know that within this fast he would give me every song for the album. Changing Your Story, I would say that one, I wrote that 2 years ago while I was on stage, but we knew 2 years ago that would be the next single, that would be the title of the next album. With that being said, through this entire process, it was beautiful. The enemy thought he would get the glory, but God shifted that thing, and we had some church that night. We were outside, but it did not feel like it at all. It was just a beautiful experience.
Wow. Listen, your last album, right? One Nation Under God.
Mm-hmm.
It had a unifying message, Power of Love.
Thank you.
And this new album shares like the same sentiments. And I hate to put the pressure on you, but I'm going to be honest with you, you carry the next generation. Like, what's your plan? Like, what is God giving you? Like, this is like you're in a place to help with the next generation, bring them over.
It's a beautiful thing. I don't look at it as pressure. Of course, it's a big responsibility, but I know that for whatever assignment that God has given me, He has graced me for it at the same time. And so with that being said, I just want to continue to do what I do because I get so many people who say God is blessing them and they are inspired, not just through my music, but through my life alone. And I just want to continue to allow them to see the transitions and Jesus moving through my life, both spiritually and naturally. And then of course, just staying in that vein, staying in the place that God has for me to. And just as He's carried me down through my journey at recent times, I know that He will do it now and continue to do it. I love it. Again, it's a passion of mine to be able to help others, especially through the gifts that God has given me.
Wow. You know, it's I can truly say you're the first artist that I've witnessed go from like in front of my eyes. Like everybody else watched what was that? Facts of Life, like Tootie and Janet Jackson grow up. I watched Jekalyns grow up. I'm like, this is crazy, and like much respect to you. Much respect.
Thank you so much. You know, it's been a very beautiful and interesting journey. I think that a lot of people definitely say that. They say that all the time, and I give God praise for those who continue to push my assignment, who continue to walk this journey with me, and being able to see, like I said, the transitions and see God, you know, cause me to blossom even in other areas in my life. And like I said, it's just been a beautiful, interesting journey. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, because I know this is where I belong. This is who I am. And this is where God has me.
Wow. That's good.
That is good. And with a voice like yours, I'm always curious, who's on your playlist, gospel or non-gospel?
Yes. So for me, I love the legends, of course. I love Todd, Dietrich, J Moss. I mean, come on now. You gotta have them on your list if you want to have a good time. I love Afro beats. Very big on that. And that's really, I really have a playlist that consists of a lot of music, especially like I just want to get in that vibe and things of that nature, that which includes the names that I just called out. So yes.
Nice. And then switching gears a little bit, the last time we actually talked was 2 years ago at your last live recording, and you were telling me about how you how you did your own makeup. So I was excited to hear that you have a makeup line come in. Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect from that?
Absolutely. So I love, if you know me, you know I love all things beauty. I love makeup, skincare. I love it all. And so I'm definitely coming out with Jekalyn Beauty very soon, but I may be releasing something before that. And I'll be releasing information on that very soon as well. So yes, be on the lookout for that. Just follow me on all of my social media for more information about my entire Jekalyn Beauty line.
Nice. Nice. So It's Yours is on the last album.
Mm-hmm.
But that is like our theme song. Now, when I tell you, I don't know if you've seen any of our Instagram posts yet, but we're on the air on Sunday nights, and it gets a little, how do I say this? Physically challenged. Sometimes we get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get tired. We're on the air and we're like, let me tell you something. When you come on that playlist, it is go time. It's like exactly like you're like our cup of coffee, but that is our song. We love that song.
Thank you so much. Listen, it was so, I didn't know that it would make the impact that it made. Literally, none of us did. And so live, I would sing it a different way. And so that night of the live recording, because those of you who don't know, I put it on my new album, Changing Your Story too. So it's Yours 2.0. I wasn't even supposed to sing It's Yours that night. And we sung it, and it just went higher. And so it was like, yeah, we got to put it on the album. But I get so many people saying that. I remember when I first came out with it, people were sending me their shouting videos. People were stopping their cars, shouting, and things of that nature. So yeah, I thank you all so much for sharing that with me. And I'm just blessed that you are blessed by it, and you can have a little church when it's yours.
I appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie. I gave my life to Christ again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. It's like, wow. If you didn't know who he was, that song is like, wow.
Thank you.
I thank you so much. And I'm glad you put on this album. It is good. It's not my favorite song though. My favorite song on the album is, what's number 2?
On the new album, you've been restored.
Oh my. Let me tell you, that song has blessed me. And I thank you for the word. I mean, I know we're getting a little off track, but I lost my brother to COVID. So that I heard that song.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It's doing what it needs to do for me.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that. You know, when God gave me that song, it's so much that the enemy would try to use to play with our minds to make us feel like, you know, God cannot bring us back into that place that He has for us, that bring us back to that place of abundance, bring us back to that place of having a greater relationship with Him. And the enemy makes us feel like because we're so far, it's impossible. But God is like, listen, just give me your life. Put your destiny in the hands of my hands, and put your destiny in my hands, and watch me restore you back to where you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter how broken you are, how deep you are into it. There's no issue you can be in that is too deep that God cannot deliver you from. And so I'm so blessed to be able to share that message. You will even hear in the second verse where it talks about the first Adam fell, you know, and it looks like it was over for us. But then Jesus came. Jesus came and He died for us. He rose for us. He rose so that we can live a life of freedom. We can live a life of abundance. We can live the life that He has predestined for us to live. And that's why we can sing freely that we have been restored.
Whew. Leah, I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, abundance is definitely yours. It's yours right now. You have the new album coming out. You have the makeup line. You have the book. And now your relationship made big news this week. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was not expecting it, if I must be honest. But I mean, it wasn't like it was a secret. It was going to come out when we, you know, felt it. But, you know, Jawan is an amazing person. We have the same background, the same upbringing. He comes from apostolic, Pentecostal background. He was a drummer. His parents are pastors, very deeply rooted in church. And, you know, I prayed and asked God for a man that loved Him first and loves Him first. And that's what the Lord gave me, along with some, you know, He answered a lot of prayers of mine. And so with that being said, I'm happy and all is well. And yeah.
I gotta ask,
Awesome.
how did he approach?
He came through my DMs. And the thing is, anybody who knows me knows that I do not do that. Like, I get DMs from guys all the time, celebrity and normal guys all the time. And I would see it and don't see it. But it was just something different about him. And now we see what it is. And so, yeah, I just knew that he was the one. And so I'm excited. And we're both excited. And yeah.
That's good. That's good. I so love when unions can come together. Now, I gotta say, I think you have a partner who I would love to see you do a duet with. Mm-hmm. When is that going to happen?
Who is my partner?
Gavin.
Oh, maybe soon. We have been talking about some things, and we're just, you know, working it all out. But maybe very soon. So yeah, I would love to.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Listen. He is a firecracker for Jesus. And so, yes, it may definitely be happening very soon. And I look forward to it. Highly look forward to it, if I must say so myself.
Wow. If we can get that first, let us know, please.
Absolutely. Oh, listen. Yes, definitely.
That is huge.
Yes, well, thank you so much for joining us. Changing Your Story Live is in stores this Friday, October 23rd. Can you tell the good people where to follow you and how to keep up with everything you've got going on?
Absolutely. I reinstated Changing Your Story. The full album comes out this Friday, October 23rd. I'm so excited about it. You can get it on all digital outlets. You can also view Changing Your Story video as well as Jehovah Jireh. Both are live from that night on my YouTube channel, Jekalyn Carr. You can follow me on all of my social media at Jekalyn Carr, JeKaLynCarr, and look for the blue check mark behind it. And I look forward to hearing your testimonies of how God is changing your story once you connect your faith with the words that are on this album.